All right, today we are planting asparagus in our garden. Asparagus is a long crop. You're going to get 15 to 25 years out of a crop. So it's very important when you're planting it to do it the right way. We chose an area of our garden. You want to choose it where there's not going to be a lot of weeds, not going to be a lot of competition with grass or anything like that. We have a couple of raised beds here. These will last, like I said, 15 to 25 years. Asparagus is planted from crowns. You can see a crown right there, but I'll kind of show you. It usually comes packaged. Sometimes there's more than one to a package. So when you pull it out, you'll see a little rubber band. Sometimes it's around both sides, sometimes about around one. But just cut that off like that. You can unwrap it and you can see there are the individual starts. Asparagus you want to plant down. It's a little different process. You don't just plant it in the hole and cover it. So I've dug a trench down here about 8 to 12 inches deep. You can go 6, but really it is good to get 8 inches down. Put a little bit of compost in that bottom like we did here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to plant them about usually 12 to 18 inches apart. These may appear a little closer. We're in a confined space here. We can control the power of this soil, so we put them a little closer to get a little bit more of a productive crop in a short area. But when you plant, you're going to want to make sure your crowns are up, and you're going to want to spread them out almost like a spider down into that compost layer. See how I kind of sit it down in there a little bit? Make sure the crowns and the roots are all out. They come down again. We're about, I'd say, 8 to 10 inches deep here. Then you want to cover with just a little bit of compost. It just adds a little bit more power to those roots for the first year. And then you're going to want to water in really well. When I say water in, I mean give it a good, generous amount of water. That's what's going to get these things starting off. It's May 1st here, still a little bit colder than it should be, but you want to get these in really when your hard freezes have passed. You can have a light frost. It's not going to hurt these. So here comes the next part. We put some compost, we've watered it. Now we're going to take a little bit of the soil that we've trenched out, and we're just going to come along, and as you can see, we're going to barely cover those tops, maybe a ½ inch to an inch of soil. Sorry if I hit the camera there. Put it in, and we're going to cover that, and that's what we're going to leave it. It's still going to be a trench there. We're going to wait about a week or so. Those roots will start to come up through, and as they do, we'll continue to cover about an inch at a time until it gets back to level. It's about a 4-week process, but it's really important to get those roots started off that way and let them to grow through and to put more soil on as they grow. We'll do a second trench over here, so we'll have a double trench down this, and in about 4 to 5 weeks, we should really see some asparagus coming up. Here's the problem with asparagus. It's a multi-year crop. In that first year, it's very important to cut off any asparagus spears you get in the spring. The reason you want to do that is it puts the power back into the roots and gets a really good system going. It's hard to do that. It's tempting to take one out and try it, but you want to cut them all off, and then after they grow midsummer, let them grow high, get the energy, and then next year you'll be able to start harvesting some spears. So that's how you do asparagus. Again, it's something you have to wait for the rewards for, but it's worth it. 15 to 25 years of a crop.